in now, the things that you put in yourself now, that's what you'll become next time. So make sure, tell yourself, I'm not going to do this. I have to give myself to concentrate on what I'm doing. Distractions, the friends. Okay, there are good friends that will give you good knowledge, they will impact in your life, but there are those that are so playful. You know what I'm talking about. Mwana tiye kulika movie, mwana ka boyfriend ya kanaya. You see what I mean? So, too much distractions. Don't be distracted by anything. Some of us, even music, we are so much addicted. So tell yourself, you're not going to be what? And you're not going to be what? You're not going to be what? Yes, as you prepare for your exam. Attend class all the time. You know, I know this place because I go around. Those that are Kablonga girls, I think they've seen me. You've seen me, eh? Yes. I follow the kids because I know what they do. You leave the bags in your class. Is it not what they do? And you go to the ground. Attend class all the time. When you attend class, make sure you write notes. Write notes in the way you understand them, because it will be very easy for you to study when you write your own notes. Not at Mana, I think I haven't written notes for 3 weeks now. I've seen those girls the way you do at my office. They'll be copying notes from their friends. Where you don't even understand you're copying the notes. It's better to be in class every day and you take notes. Okay. How many will do that? I expect every one of us here to be attending class every day and take notes. And ask questions where you don't understand. Answer questions. Mulomfensoni? Aini? Ate? Mulomfensoni? But why? Even here I can see. If you answer questions, you ask questions, it means that you really want to learn. Okay, that's what it shows. So attend classes all the time. Before the exams, you need to rest. Rest, okay? You need to rest. In fact, even a day before the exam, you need to rest. Rest, because, I mean, your mind won't be productive if you haven't rested. Mwalimu naponga na unaka sana. Can you produce something better? Okay, thank you. Have you seen that, eh? So you need to rest. Rest. If you rest, then you're going to be productive, okay? The last one that I want to talk about this morning, it's preparation, preparation, preparation. Prepare for the exams, okay? Have all the right materials that you need for the exams. You know, it looks so simple, but it's very serious. You know, like at our office, what we do, we make sure a week before the exams, we give our kids maybe a pen, have your pen ready, have your pencil, your rubber, everything that you need. A day before, make sure you do what? Iron your uniforms or whatever you're going to use that day. Do it. Now, wow, the following day when ironing, something happens, you have an accident. Then you start panicking, isn't it? It's better to be ready, prepare for the exams. It's very, very important. Preparation, 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 okay? So that's what I had to share with you this morning. Thank you so much for listening. God bless you all. Amen.
Can we give a round of applause again to Ms. So as you have seen here in front, she's portrayed a very good definition of what Women Unlimited is. So someday we're all expected to stand in front of everyone and talk as she was talking to us. Let's give her a round of applause again.
Do we have questions before she goes? Any question? Does anybody have a question before she goes? No? Okay. Oh, there's a question. Not for me, for her. Okay. Mom, there's a question for you.
My name is Ingoti Champisha Sakala. I'm a grade 9 at Kamala Secondary. So this year I'm actually writing my exam. And I have the fear of writing an exam no matter how much I study and stuff. So I would like to ask for advice in that situation.
Okay. You have fear of writing the exams? I think the best thing is to prepare. You know, when you prepare in advance, I think that fear won't go. I think what is important is the preparation of the exams. Make sure you prepare enough. In the subject that you're really not sure, I think start more in that subject. Then it will give you the confidence. Thank you.
Thank you, Mom. All right, thank you. Any other question so that I can hand over to the ladies? No? Going one, going twice, gone. Okay, over to you.
Okay, so after learning that, I assume we're all preparing to be A+ students, right?
You want to be A+ students?
Or distinction students, maybe. Okay. All right. Okay, so just to repeat, if you need water, there's 2 dispensers at the back. So you can just get yourself a cup and grab yourself some water. Also, the bathroom's at the back, so you use that door if you need to use the bathroom. And also, if you've noticed, there's spaces between your seats. So please just move your chairs close so that there's no space that we can have some more chairs. So just fill up the spaces, move your chairs. All right, thank you very much for that. Okay, so without wasting any of your time. Okay, so without wasting any of your time, I'll call upon our next speaker. She'll just talk to us about the value of preparation. She'll just talk to us about, without wasting any of your time, I'll just call upon our next speaker. That's Patricia. She'll talk to us on the value of preparation. So let's just give her a clap as she walks up here.
Clap, you guys, clap.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back with another session with the Leadership Farm. We are going to look at the value of preparation. Mom has already spoken. She has said a lot of things. I'll speak again because preparation is very important. What you are doing here, as you are seated here, you are learning. You are preparing yourselves for life. There's no one who has become something in life without preparing. Every successful person did not just become successful by chance. It does not happen like that. You need to prepare. And in life, you prepare for different things in life. You can prepare for your exams. As you are students, you are going to write exams soon. You can prepare for a competition. You can prepare for a performance, a musical performance. So there are different ways of preparing. Someone said, failing to prepare is preparing to fail. And we don't want to fail, because if you don't prepare, just know that you are going to fail. There's no magic. There's no other formula. You need to prepare. In the Bible, there's a story of the 10 virgins in Matthew 25, I think. If you go and read that story, you see how preparation is very important. There were 10 virgins, 5 were wise, and 5 others were foolish. They were called foolish because they did not prepare. They didn't they didn't accomplish they didn't accomplish what they went to do there because they were not prepared. The ones that were called wise were prepared, and at the end, they were successful. So, preparing is not just preparing. So you can prepare and you fail, but you need the right preparation. You have to do the right preparation. So I'll ask you a question. Why do we prepare? Because most of the time we don't take preparation we take it casual. We just think like, oh, I'll do this and I'm going to succeed, or it doesn't happen like that. So why do we prepare? Someone to answer the question? Why do we prepare? Why do we think preparation is very important? Why should we prepare? Yes?
Hello, Jessica Mwaula.
Yes, Jessica.
Preparation is very important. It helps with your confidence. It boosts your confidence to do something.
That's
And
right.
it also reduces your anxiety.
That's right. Thank you. There's another person here.
We prepare to get good results.
Yes. I saw another hand. Yeah.
We prepare because we don't have to panic at that particular day.
That's right. So, in life we have times and seasons. And the time is given to us for preparation because we know that a season is coming. A season is like an opportunity. A season can change, but time does not change. It's continuous. So when you have the time, take that time to prepare for the season. So when the season comes, you will not fail. You'll be happy. If you don't prepare now, it means that you are preparing to fail. So it's better you prepare now than enjoy later. Instead of enjoying now, then regret later. So I'm sure when you are here seated, you are taking this time very serious, because this time is going to reflect later in your life. You are going to remember these things that we are teaching you, and you remember that I had prepared for this time. Just know that when you are preparing, a time is coming, an opportunity is coming, and you don't want to miss that. All right? So there are things to consider when you are preparing. I'm talking about right preparation, a preparation that will not lead you to failure, a preparation that will not lead you to regret, and you will just say that, oh, I've wasted my time, or no. You have to do the right preparation. If you want to take notes, you can take notes. You are going to write exams very soon. So the time for exam is coming. There's an opportunity waiting for you. It's either you will fail or you will pass. So this is the time to get ready, to get serious with your life. So I'm going to give you some things. I forgot to tell you that preparation, we prepare because there is a deadline. To anything, that's the season. There's a season to anything, and there's a deadline. So if you don't prepare, you will not meet the deadline, and you are going to regret it. So we need to prepare. Preparation is very important. You want to become successful in your life, you have to prepare. So I'm going to share with you some things. So before you prepare, ask yourself, is this thing I'm doing important to me? If you don't think it's important, you will not put in the effort. You will not prepare. If you think school is not important for you, you will not prepare. If you think it's important, you will prepare. So before doing something, before starting your preparation, ask yourself this question. If you think it's important, then start your preparation. The biggest thing about preparation is time. So you have to attribute time to the thing that you are preparing for. You need enough time. I say enough time because preparation takes time. If you know that you are going to write exams and you prepare, when are you writing exams? Sorry? In December. You know that you are writing exams in December. This is the right time to start. Not that you are writing exams in December and you are starting to prepare in November. That will not work. That's not the right preparation. So you need to start now because preparation takes time. And preparation builds you up. It's not just about you going to pass. Because some people prepare because the parents send them to school and they want to pass because they have to please their parents. But I'm telling you that preparation builds you. It makes you grow. It will create it will reveal in you things you didn't even know. It prepares you for life. So it's not just about passing, it's about the process, it's about growth, it's about becoming a different person. Because before you prepare, when you're preparing, you will not be the same person. Before preparation and after preparation, you'll be a complete different person. Because that's what preparation does to you. Don't just hear about, I want to pass, but just enjoy the process of preparation because it's a process that grows, that helps you to grow in life. So time is very important. Attribute enough time to what you are preparing for. There's also discipline. So discipline is the ability to give yourself a command and follow it. So when you are preparing for something, you have to be disciplined. Tell yourself, I'm going to do this, and you do it. That's discipline. I'm going fast because I don't have enough time. And also, you have to plan your days. So when you wake up, just know that, have a plan. Know what you are going to do that day. Don't just wake up and you don't have any plan. So a plan gives you direction. It shows you where you are going. If you just wake up and have no plan, you will not prepare properly. Another thing is to learn to say no. Most people don't like saying no. They think like it's a bad word. They feel like they are going to offend someone. Learn to say no to your friends. Learn to say no to things like television, your phone. Say no to your friends. When friends come, they want to take you out, say no, because a preparation time is a serious time. It's a time for sacrifice. It's a time where you say, you deprive yourself from many things. So it's not a fun time. It's not a time where you enjoy. The enjoyment will come later. When you have the result, you have succeeded, that's when you enjoy. But during preparation, you have to sacrifice. Sacrifice so many things, your time. If you sleep for 8 hours, at least sleep for 5 hours, just sacrifice something. It's a time for sacrifice. It's a time for focus. So learn to say no. No is not a bad word. Okay. It will save you from many things, from many distractions. And believe in yourself. This one is a big one. Believe in yourself. Don't say, no, my friends are more intelligent than me. No, no one is more intelligent than you. I remember when I was in grade 12, I wasn't the best student, but these are the things that I applied. And at the end, I was the best. I came out the best because I prepared. These are the things that I did. It was unbelievable because at that time I wasn't thinking that I was the best in my class, and I wasn't, because there were other people that were doing better than me. But I went through preparation. I sacrificed my time. I sacrificed myself. I focused, and at the end I was the best. That's when I learned that preparation is good. Preparation is not about intelligence. It makes you smart. It will make you the best. So when you prepare, you become the best. When you prepare, you succeed. So believe yourself. So how do you know that you have prepared? You know you have prepared when, okay, me, I like referring myself to the Bible. We are all Christians, right? And God is our example. So when God was creating, after he finished creating, what was he saying? He was saying it is good, right? So when you are preparing, you know that you are ready when everything is good. You have your checklist. You check, is this good? If it's good, you say, yes, I have prepared. If it's good, you say, yes, I have prepared. If it's not good, go back and revise. If it's not good, go back and revise until you say yourself it's good. And you feel that satisfaction in you that I have done my best. I have done my best. I can't tell you that you have prepared or not, because I was not with you when you were studying. I was not with you when you are reading. So it's only yourself who can tell that I am ready now, I have prepared. And once you do this, you are ready for your success. So these are the things that I wanted to share with you. I don't know if you have a question. Do you have a question? Yes, there's a question here.
My question is, what makes people fail despite preparation?
What makes people fail despite preparation is they didn't prepare right. If you prepare right, you succeed. And they fail because maybe they don't know themselves, okay? So when you know yourself, you know how you should prepare. You know how you manage your time. For example, me, I work better at night. So if I'm preparing, I will attribute more time in the night than during the day. So if I focus during the day, and I know that I don't really study much during the day, and I focus on the day, it means that I will not succeed. So you have to know yourself. You have to know what works best for you and start preparing. Yes. Another question? Another question?
Questions?
I have a question, and my question is that how can you manage time when you're studying?
How can you manage time when you study?
Yes.
Managing time. Okay, you.
Sorry. Okay, so maybe to answer your question, because there's someone who's coming to come and talk about study. Right. Can we take
Okay.
that question?
Okay.
Is that okay? Because she's talking specifically about study, right? Okay, cool.
All right.
Are there any other questions? Are there any other questions? Because she's going to leave the stage now for the next person. Okay.
There's no question. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Can we clap for her?
Let's give a round of applause, guys.
You guys are learning something, right? Okay, that's nice.
So we've heard that despite us preparing, we have to believe in ourselves. So believing in yourself, that's when you're going to make it, because despite you preparing, but if you don't believe in yourself, you won't make it, right? So what's our slogan again? Anyone that remembers? I'll give you a 5 quad. I've changed my mind.
Unleashing a lead out of everything.
All right. Okay, so when you get the mic, you have to stand up, tell us your name, and say whatever you want to say. All right? Give her again. Want to hear your name.
My name is Dee.
Okay.
Unleashing a lead out.
Okay. So, without wasting any of your time, I'll call upon our next speaker. Her name is Dinawe, and she'll talk to us Also, if you have any questions on studying and the like, she'll answer your questions. So let's clap for her as she talks to us about the value of studying.
Let's clap for her, guys.
Hi, before you start. Okay, so let me just quickly, I noticed that we're a bit squeezed. Are we okay the way we are seated? Are we okay this side? Okay. So I know that she might look small, right, in terms of her body size, because I could see a few of her eyes going like, this small one, what, right? But regardless, right, she has something that I think would benefit all of us, right? So don't look at the small body. You know the way they say, big things, small packaging, right? So just think about it that way, but please pay attention. When she's done, I'm going to ask a lot of questions. I have a lot of questions that I've written on my phone, right? Anybody that misses is going to do a press up for me. Is that fine? I didn't hear. Okay, fantastic. Take it away.
Hi, guys. How are you today? Are you guys excited to be here? Sorry, sometimes I swallow my words. I talk really fast. So if you haven't heard something, you just raise up your hand. I'll repeat what I would have said. So, my name is Nzinawe. I am a university student. Do you know where UNILAS is? Yeah, I'm a student at UNILAS. I'm in my 3rd year. I am studying public administration. I don't know what public administration is. I just know I'm studying it. So I am going to be talking to you guys about the value of studying. We're just going to wait for our PowerPoint. Okay, in the meantime, maybe you guys want to tell me maybe a story? Anyone? A short story that will take 2 minutes as we're waiting for our PowerPoint. Anyone? Just even your name, where you stay, as we're waiting for our PowerPoint, so that we don't just be here and looking at each other. No one? Okay, I'll tell you a small story about myself. I am the firstborn in a family of 2. I have a little sister. She's not little anymore. That's her. And this one here, the mics. Yeah, she's a very naughty girl. Don't look at her like this. She troubles me a lot. Okay, so our presentation is about the value of studying. So basically, what is the importance of studying, right? Anyone knows why studying is important? Tell us your name. Stand up and tell us your name.
My name is Pauline Wheeler.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why studying is important, it makes us to succeed.
I'm taking this one with me at home today. I'm adopting you, okay? You're not my new sister. Okay, yeah. So if you study, it is guaranteed that you're going to succeed. But it depends on the perspective why you're getting studying from, like that. So like in today's discussion, we are going to like discuss studying in its like literal term, like getting your book, opening it, like that. And then from like studying in university, like studies, like I am studying in university. So we'll take it up from those 2 points of view. So the next slide, please. So what does the concept of studying entail? So like studying basically is about, it entails learning, practicing, memorizing, which I actually do not recommend. Because if you memorize something, you're going to just, after you write your exam and you forget. But studying, you're going to study it for a long time so that you don't forget. Even when your mom asks you what have you studied, you get to tell her. But if you memorize just before a short term, after you write your exam and that's all. So I don't recommend memorizing, but it's also part of it. So like, it's not a secret. For you to be successful, you need to put in hard work. If you put in hard work, then you're guaranteed success. Do you guys know that? Yeah. So if you put in hard work, be it in school, be it in business, you are guaranteed that, okay, after I've done whatever I'm supposed to do, success is going to follow me. Be it whether you want money, you want to be recognized, as long as you put in hard work. So, I'm going to talk about the importance of studying, the value of studying. The first value of studying is you get to gain knowledge. So the value of studying is that it helps build knowledge and understanding of a subject area, which helps you prepare you for your future. So if after class, right, you've learned whatever you're supposed to learn, your teacher has given out the material and everything, then as you start going through, if you didn't understand what the teacher didn't say, you start going through, you get a bit of understanding, you get some knowledge from you doing your work on your own, right? You guys, let's interact. You're making me feel scared. I'm going to faint here for you. Huh? At least let's interact. Am I scary? Let's interact. So, the second point is at school, it is key to helping you achieve the grades you want, especially if you wish to further your education, such as going to university. So, how many people are in grade 12 here? Okay. How many people are in grade 9? Grade 7? Oh, okay. So you guys are about to write your final exams, right? I don't remember much of grade 7. I don't remember much of grade 9, but grade 12, I think I did put in some work. I mean, for me to be here, I did put in some work. So, like, if you put in the work, you put in hard work, you are guaranteed that after you study for your math, for your English, your science, your civic education, after you put in work, you're guaranteed that, okay, as your results come out, you have already laid out your foundation for university. How many want to be lawyers here? Oh, a good number of you. Okay. So that it tells you put in your hard work, whether it being a doctor, being a physiotherapist, whatever it is that you want to do, okay? So studying is a stepping stone in helping you achieve your career and educational goals. A little about me. After I finished my grade 12 exams, I did not know what I wanted to do. I wanted to do law, but everyone around me was carrying me. No, law is hard, law is this and that, but I wish I didn't listen to them. I would have done law if I didn't listen to other people. So if you put in work, as long as you know who you are, as long as you know what you're doing, you put in your work, you study and everything, you're going to achieve all your goals. As long as you put in your goals, you're going to achieve all of them. Okay? Yeah. So the other point is that it helps in critical thinking. Do you know what critical thinking is? Okay, so for those of you, because I've only heard answers from this side, so I'm assuming you guys don't know what critical thinking is from this side. Do you guys know what critical thinking is? Okay. So, like, for you to be a successful person, you need to be able to think things critically. So, in every situation, there are the pros and then the cons. So, meaning that the positives to an issue and also the negatives to every issue. You guys know that, right? So, if you've put in your work as you are going in, if you've put in your work, right? And an exam, in exams, there are a lot of tricky things. In exams, you find that it's sometimes tricky how they set the questions, Sometimes the answers are very straightforward, but they're trying to test you. So, they'll turn the question somehow, and then if you didn't study, and if you're not a critical thinker, you wouldn't know how to approach that question, right? You guys have been in such situations where after she marks, then she comes back, she'll be like, the answer was this, and you're like, oh, I knew that answer, because you're not able to actually apply. You didn't think about the question. So aside from that, I'm going to give you some tips for effective studying. The first one is you should know your surrounding, know your environment. What I mean by this is some people study better in the bedroom, some study better in the sitting room where there's a table. Like for me, I study better when I'm full. As long as I've eaten, I study better. So I don't know what my environment is. As long as I've eaten, I know that I'm good to go. I can study. Another value of study that I left out was it also helps reduce stress and anxiety. How many people know what anxiety is? Okay, so like if you've studied, you're about to write an exam. As long as you've known what you've done, you won't be scared to go into that exam room, right? As long as you're not, okay, I've put in my work, I have done what I'm supposed to do, you will not. I promise you this, you will not be scared to write the exam. You'll be confident enough to write the exam. Well, even as you are coming out, you're not, okay, I have done what I was supposed to do, let me go and rest. Okay, so another tip for studying, I would say, is maybe like study groups. How many people are in study groups here? I think study groups help, but I think before you engage into a study group, you should first know what exactly you're going to discuss. You understand? Don't go into a study group without knowing anything. Because if you go like that, you think as if everyone else has done something that you haven't done. Okay, guys? So, like, for study groups, there's some benefits that are there. Like, you get some mutual support from your friends. If you are together, you are doing whatever you're supposed to do, there'll be that support from your friends, right? And then another one is you make a schedule, have a timetable. If you have a timetable, you won't be repeating subjects. Because if you don't have a timetable, let me say today you have done, what subjects do you have? Today if you have done math, if you don't have a timetable, you're likely to do math again. So you'll be neglecting your other subjects. Don't do that. Make sure everything has got like equal time. Then the other one is decide a study methodology. People study differently. For my part, I usually have a plain paper. After I've gone through whatever I'm supposed to go through, I'm going to summarize the notes in my head. After I've summarized them in my head, I'm going to write them down. Summarize. I'm going to write them in a different way, but as long as I maintain the meaning. Another one is take short breaks. Okay? Studying shouldn't be a punishment. Okay? It shouldn't be a punishment, no. After you've taken your short break, you go back to studying. Before you actually continue studying, try to go through what you went through before you took a break, okay? Yeah. Another one is avoid distractions. Avoiding distraction, avoid your boyfriend calling. I hope you guys don't have boyfriends. Because me, I'm a big girl here and I don't have a boyfriend. So I don't expect you guys to have a boyfriend, okay? Put your phone on silent, okay? Put everything, mute your notifications so that you study effectively. Because once you're distracted, then that's all. You won't go back to studying. Another one is choose your study environment. I've already talked about this one, If you study better in the bedroom, you go in the bedroom. Study better at school, you go at school. Then use your study resources. You guys have libraries at school, right? Do you guys have libraries? So if you're at school and you're able to get a book, you do that. Get your book from the library, go wherever it is that you're going to study from, go through that book, but make sure you return the book, okay? We're not reading to be thieves. We're reading to be leaders, okay? And I already talked about study groups. So I think now I am available to take questions. Do you guys have questions? There's a question behind. Yeah.
So I wanted to ask, like, if you're about to study, you feel like, yes, I can now study, you're free. Then when you go and touch your book, you just hold it, then you feel lazy. Or maybe if you start studying, then like it takes you about 5 minutes, then you feel lazy. What do you do?
I think the most important thing, thank you for your question, is you put God first. For me, before I start studying, I pray. I tell him, God, please help me. I don't want any distractions, you understand? Because it's every day. Sometimes studying is very boring. I'm not going to lie to you. Sometimes I also sleep sometimes, but I know that I have an end goal. I'm like, I want to achieve this and this and this, because like on my part, I'm only remaining with 1 year and a half like 1 year, 6 months for me to actually be working, for me to graduate. So like I've already put that. That's an end goal. You understand, guys? So you put your goals so that by the time you're getting distracted, you feel lazy. Like, okay, no, I want to pass this subject. So you're going to put in your time. Is that helpful? Okay.
Okay, I think maybe I can also just add to. Can you hear me? All right, cool. Maybe just add to what she said. I mean, I think what she said is 100% correct, right? Having the why, right? Why are you studying? Are you studying to make your mom happy or your dad, right? Are you studying because you want to pass your exams, right? Or are you studying because like we always say here, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years down the line, what do you see yourself doing, right? So that's one. Now, the other thing is, you can't study. There are some people that say, oh, I study on the bed. You're lying down on the bed that I'm studying. You will sleep, right? There's people that they'll say, oh, like she was talking about distractions, right? You have your phone, right? There's so many things going on in your space. It's kind of like, when you want to pray, right? You go to a quiet area. You pray, isn't it? Do you pray where there are people chatting? And no, you don't do that. So it's the same thing with studying, right? You prepare yourself to study. Otherwise, you would find that you spend 30 minutes, but you've only actually done 2 minutes of studying, right? So you need to prepare that environment. So study should be like a ritual for you. It should be something that you say, okay, I'm going to study from this time to this time every day. You prepare, whether it's that you're going to study at the table, you're going to study in the living room, wherever it is that you're going to study, you've designated that area for study, right? And then you make sure that nothing messes up with, they call it energy, right? The energy of your study area. So if it's your younger brother, if it's your mom, if it's your dad, you tell them, okay, right now, I have to study. Give me 20 minutes, give me 30 minutes, give me 1 hour, and then I'll do whatever it is that you want me to do, right? So I think the crux of what I'm saying and what she said is study, right? Your prayer is, Holy Spirit, are you a Christian? Okay, so you're saying, Holy Spirit, help me, right? Whatever it is that is going to distract me, help me to remove it, right? And then open the mind of my understanding so that as I'm studying, everything is entering, right? So you're praying. Number 2, what you're doing, you are removing all the distractions that you have, right? So whatever distraction it is, whether, like she said, you're thinking about one boy in school, don't think of boys, right? Think of your school, right? Or am I going to eat for dinner? Or you're thinking about, you could even be thinking about, am I going to pass the exam? Remove all that. Remove all that noise from your mind. Focus on the activity at hand so that you can get the best out of it. Do you understand? All right, cool.
Any more questions?
I have a question. What makes, for example, maybe you're studying in a group, but you find that another person is getting good marks than the others, but you are studying together?
The time I was talking about study groups, I mentioned something. Before you go into a study group, right, make sure you've also done your work on your own. So maybe it was you've gone into that study group and you haven't yet done anything. So maybe you're relying on your friends for information. So maybe that person already knows what they are doing. They're just there for the sake of, helping others and helping themselves. Because if I know something, I can tell you guys, I'm retaining that information. Because even though if you ask me, if the question comes in the exam, I'll be like, wait, I told my friends this and this. I know this answer. It's always like that. So meaning if you're failing and your friend is passing, meaning they put in the work before you guys were in a study group. So before you go into a study group, make sure you do your work. Maybe if you've got a group of 3 friends, give each other topics. You do this topic, I'll do this topic, you do this topic. So that when you come together, all of you have knowledge and then you're exchanging knowledge. Don't be the dominant person who listens there. Because even though you won't actually listen, you'll be hearing what the person is saying. There's a difference between listening and hearing. Okay? Does that help? Any more questions? So I hope you guys understood, okay? All right. Thank you for being attentive.
In your opinion, which one do you prefer among the resources you have? Do you use your books or do you use social media more? And which one is effective?
For me, books bore me to death. So I'm most definitely going to use YouTube. YouTube is the one for me. If you've noticed, it's always YouTube. Anything I haven't listened in class, I'm going to go refer to YouTube. So, but for your age, you guys, some of you don't have phones, right? So I would recommend you reading through your books. But if you guys have got phones, there's this YouTube channel it's called Zambian Education. They teach things from grade 7 to grade 12. Okay? So just write it down, Zambian Education. If you guys have got phones on YouTube, they teach everything that's in your curriculum, they have that. So I'm guessing you guys don't have any more questions, right? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, cool. So, quick announcement. Well, because we're talking about school, how many of us do computer science in school? Can you put it a bit higher so I can see it? Okay. So we have a few of us. Okay. Okay, so every Saturday, right, except when we're having a boy program or a girl program, like today, we have computer classes here. I'm the one that takes those sessions every Saturday, right? So if you feel like you need help, I studied computer science in the university. I practice, I'm a computer engineer, right? Or rather, I write software. So if you feel like you need extra classes for computer, right, just join us every Saturday at the back there where you get food. Is that okay? All right, cool.
Good morning. Just smile to somebody. Smile to somebody. How are you? Smile to somebody. Give somebody a smile. Not me. Somebody. Don't look at me. Go to somebody. Okay. How are we doing? We're okay? It's your first time. Let me see your hand. Stand to your feet. It's your first time. You've never been before. First time. Please stand. Not you, Dr. Mabe. Not you, please. If it's your first time, stand. Let me see. First time. You've never been here before. It's your first time. Okay? Okay, for you guys sitting down, can you give them a big hand? Okay. Okay. Now, where are you coming from? How many of you Kablonga girls? Let me see your hand. Your first time, Kablonga girls. One person. No, don't sit down. Stand. Don't be shy. Kablonga girls, let me see. You, 1, 2. Give them, she's from Kablonga too. Thank you. Let me see, put it up. Be proud of Kablonga. Give them a big hand for me. Take your seat. Okay. How many of you from where? Twin Palm. Let me see Twin Palm. Very good. And you came very early. You did well today. Well done. Twin Palm, put your hand up. Okay, 3 people from Twin Palm. Sit down. If you're a Kablonga girl, sit down. What's your school? Woodlands. How many people came from Woodlands? Just 1. Well done. 2. Well done. Sit down. Thank you. Where's your school? Huh? Evelyn Horn. Anybody from Horn? Who invited you again? You told me. Who? Petronella. How many people came from Evelyn Horn? Just you. Okay, welcome. God bless you. Sit down. Where's your school? Mutendere. Which one? Ma? New Mutendere. How many people from New Mutendere? 2 people. 1. You guys give them a big hand for me, please. Where's your school? Ma? Zikas. Who's from Zikas? Anybody else from Zikas? Who invited you? Who? Petronella. David. Which David? The one in camera. He has a poem to say, but I don't want him to say the poem. Okay? Thank you. Sit down. Zikas is here. Thank you. That David, I'll beat him. Don't worry. Petronella, your dude. I'll beat him. I know he's not your dude, but I'll still hammer him. Okay? Where's your school? Kablonga Primary. Anybody from Kablonga Primary? 3 of you, 4 of you. 5 of you. Give them a big hand. Are you from Kablonga Primary too? Okay. Okay, who else? Where's your school? Ma? You've completed, so you are waiting to go to university. Where do you want to go? Unza, you want to study what? Medicine is going to happen. Thank you. Sit down. God bless you. Thank you. Where's your school? Yumbayanga Primary. Huh? Who's from Yumbayanga Primary? Okay, that's good. Thank you. Take your seat. Thank you. Who else? Where's your school? What's your school? Black and white. Yes, you. Ma? I can't hear. Kablonga, which one? Kablonga girls. That's your school. I called Kablonga girls. You didn't? Okay. Take your seat. Mayor, how are you? Good to see you. What's your school? Yes. Ma? Mahatma Gandhi. How many people from Mahatma Gandhi? Okay, we're quite a number of us. Okay, take your seat. Thank you. At the back, what's your school? Orange. Ma? The Girls Academy. Legacy. Okay, Legacy. Where is that? At IBEX. Who is coming from Legacy Academy? Okay, nice. Thank you. Sit down, Legacy Academy. How about you? What's your school? Ma? Chainda. Which Chainda? Basic? Which primary? Anybody else from Chainda Primary School? Okay, take your seat. Thank you. Deborah, how are you? What's your school? Vera Chiluba. Who's from Vera Chiluba here? Okay, okay, okay. Thank you, Vera Chiluba. Give yourselves a big hand. Okay. Deborah is thinking, was she talking to me? Yes, I'm talking to you. How are you? You okay? Are you guys okay? You can't hear me. How can you not hear me at the back? Today, we're switching our program. These programs we do in association with the Ministry of National Guidance. I tell them that this is their program. Amen? Department of National Guidance are a government department under the office of the Vice President. And their duty, their job is to make sure every Zambian understands what it is to be a Zambian. And you know you are the future leaders of Zambia, isn't it? Very soon, the first female president will come from you guys. Or maybe the second. Maybe the second or the third. Okay? So we want you, when Petronella was telling to you about Woman Unlimited, we want to see every leader in every woman come out. Who do you think leads the nation? In our population, who is more, men or women? So who should be leading? Women. We want you to see that. We want you to become that. So Director of National Guidance comes to tell you who you are. And Dr. Mape today is with us, and he will always be with us, he and his team. He will introduce his team as and when he desires. And we want to talk about Zambia first. So instead of talking about Zambia after food, because sometimes after food, some of you feel you are tired, and I don't mind that. But we want you, when you are focused now, to hear about why you are a Zambian. Imagine you go somewhere, you meet, how do you know a Bemba person? How do you know a Bemba person? By the way they act, isn't it? I've missed you. Where have you been? Did I see you last time? No, you've not been around. Did you come for that one we had? Wow. Don't be missing, huh? Okay? Now, how do you know a Tonga person? I can't hear. Their what? Their accent. What else? Give this to Dr. Mape. Yes, so you want the accent. What else? The what? Dress code. What else? What? You are Tonga. So you will not know you. There's somebody that will describe you, isn't it?
Yeah.
How would you know a Lozi person? They are saying what? Dress code. Let them decide. You don't tell them. It's we that see you. So you're dressing. How do you know a Lozi person? They are what? They are tall, they are height, they are this, they are that. Okay, let me ask you. How do you know a Zambian? You see, you know how Tonga looks, how Bemba looks, how Lozi looks, but how does a Zambian look? So if we go out of Zambia today, how would they know a Zambian? So the way they should know us is by our behavior, isn't it? I'm trying to explain to you why Dr. Mwape is coming to talk to us. And so, for all of us to go out, anywhere we are, we must carry that in our mind, that we are Zambians. And there's a way Zambians behave. And so I want you to welcome from our father, he's our friend, he's our mentor, he's a teacher. He's just one solid, awesome guy. So give a big hand as we welcome Dr. Mape to talk to us. Thank you, Doc. Where's your microphone, sir? Where's his microphone? So that you have ownership of the stage. Can you give him a big hand again?
Sound loud? Okay. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Okay, may I allow you, allow me to ask you to stand for a minute. Let's stretch ourselves. We're doing that in order for us to be as alert as much. Some of you are looking as if you are dozing already. Can I get what you are saying, that that's the way you look? So we'll know you by the way you are looking, as if you want to go to sleep, not your age. Let's raise our right hand. Raise your right hand as an able and energetic young girl. Not like this. You are not, odd. Straight. Okay? Are you all Christians? We are going to make a declaration. In this meeting, you say after me. In this meeting, some are not speaking. I want to listen. I know the energy in the young girls. In this meeting, whatever I am learning, I will live to cherish. I will live to cherish. I will be responsible over my life and anyone connected to me. Friends and family. My parents. And to my nation. Help me, God. Amen. Please take your seats. So if you've meant that declaration, as you are seated in here, the one seated next to you, tell them, look at them. I say, please don't disturb me. Look to the left. Start with the left. Look at the left and say, please, please, don't disturb me. Turn to the right. Turn to the right. Look in their eyes. No, don't look at me. Look in the eyes and say, please, please, don't disturb me. Thank you. There are some people who are incapable to keep quiet. Even when adults are talking, they want also to. Even when someone is talking to them, instead of them to pay particular attention and listen, they also want to. How we get to know that the child is growing is when you are able to keep quiet. When people are talking, you listen and you only speak when you are asked to speak. If you speak when parents are talking or your friends are talking to you, you are talking, it shows that you are still a baby. Do we have babies in here? So that I ask mom behind to come and put you in a shower. But if you are adults, we need to behave properly. As Pastor Jeremy has indicated, I want to tell you that you are a blessed team. In the sense that you have a chance at your age to sit under the counsel of the men and women of focus in this country whom you are interacting with. They are able to call for a program of this nature in order to shape your brains and grow into responsible and responsive citizens. When we were growing, I never had that chance. Even those of your sisters who've passed 10 years ago, 5 years ago, they never had this chance. But with you, you even have your big sisters coming from the universities to show you that if they've made it, that you can also make it. You have your mothers who are able to teach you that you can be called a woman or a girl, but in terms of potential actualization, there is no limit. That's why I'm describing that you are blessed. So when you are in a meeting of this nature, it's not entertainment. When you are in a meeting of this nature, it's not player. Player. Are we together? We are not here to do that. We work for break time and lunch time. We can laugh our lungs out, no problem. But in this corner and chamber, we pay particular attention. We promise each other. I'm coming from the Department of National Guidance and Religious Affairs, under the Office of the Vice President. I've come with my colleague. I'll request my colleague to walk in front. That's Madam Nero Musukuma. You can do better than that. This lady, she's among the many ladies I work with that have proved to the nation that they can champion the programs we are doing in the Office of the Vice President. So I see you as girls that if she can make it to be where she is, you are also going to make it. I want her to introduce herself and greet you. Please, ma'am.
Hello. Good morning. My name is Nelo Nachilima Musukuma, Senior National Guidance Officer. I'm coming from the Office of the Vice President, Department of National Guidance and Religious Affairs.
Are you happy to be here, madam?
Yes,
Are you
I am.
happy?
Yes, I am to see my
Okay,
children.
good. So as I talk to you, we will be exchanging roles. I will start, you talk later. Thank you, ma'am. You can take your seat. National Guidance and Religious Affairs. What we do is law. In this country, the government in the year 2016, they decided to come up with binding agreements, which are called national values and principles. And they put them into the Constitution. And the lawmakers of this country promised the nation that we shall ensure that every Zambian, young and old, must be exposed, must be given an opportunity to learn, understand, comprehend, and appreciate these national values and principles. And they are in the national constitution. The national constitution is the law of the land, which simply means that what is put in the law of the land, every Zambian, young and old, must be able to follow. These national values and principles, they are in 6 outcomes. Number 1 is called morality and ethics. Number 2, patriotism and national unity. Number 3, democracy and constitutionalism. Number 4 is a bit mouthful. It starts with human dignity. It talks about equality. It talks about equity and social justice, as well as non-discrimination. That's number 4. Number 5 talks about good governance and integrity. And the 6th one talks about sustainable development. Beautiful national values and principles. And these, every Zambian, yourself, myself, and those yet to be born, as long as they are Zambians, they need to know them. So what is it that these national values and principles are defined to be? The national values and principles in this country and the lawmakers, everyone including you and me, we are looking at them, that they are going to be the compass for the nation, which will be guiding you and me how we move about. They are going to be our anchor. They are going to be our foundation. Are we together? Which simply means that we are not going to afford to ignore them. If this is the way it should be, you and me, we should be able to manifest these values. So apart from just having a national registration card as an identifier for you as a citizen, we are looking forward that we are going to have a specific, unique behavior that when they see it in you, they will say, this is a Zambian. There is one time, man of God and mom, I went somewhere and they were telling me that Zambians, you can know them by only 3 things. The way they dance, you tell that this is a Zambian. The way they drink, you tell that this is a Zambian. The way they dress, you tell that this is a Zambian. And another one even added that you know them. But the way they are humanizers, including young boys, they know how to propose girls. I don't know where they were getting those elements, because maybe a fraction of some Zambians behaved like that when they visited this country, and we were endorsed as that is an element which is common for all. Do you agree with me that we are identified by the way we drink beer? Do you agree with me that we are identified by the way we fail to normalize fashion? By the way we dance? And by the way we propose or we get proposed? Those are wrong identities. Are we together? Now, if you agree with me, morality and ethics. Morality and as national guidance principle number 1. Morality and? Tell the neighbor that now we are talking about morality and ethics. Morality simply means that which is approved to be normal. That which is approved to be good by the society, by the nation. For example, when you see adults as a young girl, they visit at home and you are seated, what do? You stand up, isn't it? You greet them and you leave the chair for them. That is one of the good morals. Eh? Because when I'm reading them from the Constitution, you start substituting yourself and say, it's not me, but others. I'll take them home because charity begins at home. And that's where the morality and ethics begin. When you are given a meal, every time you finish eating, what do you do with the plates? You remove them and take them where? And you do what? When you wake up from your bed, what do? You make your bed? I like that. You knock off from school. You get to know where you put your uniform, how you organize your shoes, and your bag and prepare for tomorrow. All those things are moral functionalities. A child who doesn't know that is immoral. Because in most cases, we are far away. In Zambia, when you hear they are saying, this man is immoral, what comes to your mind? Bali ba immoral aba? Most especially abakashana. Bali ba immoral aba ba ume. So you are talking about what? He misbehaves with who? With females. That is the way we are taught. Immorality begins at home. If you are able to eat, most of the girls, let me tell you this, you who are in school, in Zambia and in Africa, we invest in children. Tell your neighbor, you are an investment. You are an investment. We invest in children. As a family, if you have a girl child who is in grade 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and university, you are a blessing to the family. Every parent looks forward to have a child who's doing well in school. Because we know when we grow old, we need to have our own in the compound that can buy you what you want and take good care of you. Give you the best health facilities, everything you are talking about. So we invest in our children. Our children, they move with the face of the family in the society. Where you are representing your mother and your father. You are not representing yourself here. You get what I'm saying? So the way you are dressed, you are representing your family. You are not representing yourself. Because you are too young to represent yourself. The way you talk, you represent your family. Charity begins at you must check yourself. You are a solid, absolute social capital. You are capital where you are going. Wherever you go, this side, mommy, daddy, and your siblings. Everything you are doing, you are representing your family before you represent the country. Because the country is makes up of you and me. But before you represent me, you must represent yourself. Are you getting what I'm saying? The way you read at school, you must realize you are not reading for the sake of the neighbor seated on the desk with you. It's yourself and your family. When you dodge from school, you are representing who in your dodging? Your family. If you are insulting innocent people, who is this? Come. And you come. Some of these things you must know. Stand here, my girl. If this one is able to insult this one she's not insulting alone. Is her entire insulting? Go and sit. That's why you must treat yourself with higher level integrity. Integrity simply means the value that you give yourself, the way you talk, the way you conduct yourself, the way you do things. It must be exemplary because you are not only representing yourself, you are representing your family. When you are conscious of yourself, that you are not a simple person, you are not a simple person where you are. If you are simple, we can find you in ShopRite. They are selling a human being and we buy. You and me, we are born of a woman. And the woman was once a girl, isn't it? You get how valuable we are. So when you are seated, we are seeing who? A mother. Even if you say, no, me, I'm still a girl, we are seeing a mother. And whatever you are doing today, you are representing a mother. I'm telling him, he's still talking about morality and ethics. Tell your neighbor. What has affected the youths, number one? Number one, what has affected you is the ego, the image. You want to define your image to make the other people look at you, not the way you look at yourself. Even when you are bathing, you are busy in the mirror. How will the people look at me? How will the people look at me? Look at yourself. How am I looking in my eyes? Zambia is a Christian nation, and you told me you are. Your body is what? Is the temple of the Holy Ghost. The way you bath yourself, do you bath yourself as the temple of the Holy Ghost? The way you dress, do you dress yourself as the temple of the Holy Ghost? If yes, then we thank God for that. Not in here. You are very holy. Out there, your other young ones. You must check the way you dress. What you dress will tell us who you are. We are not interested with what is in your mind and your heart. We don't see them. If I walked in here with a trouser which is short here, the other one longer, torn shirt, and shoes left this side, right this side, and I'm coming, introduced to talk to you, what will you say? Dr. Izzy? What will stop me from thinking you the same if you are dressed wrongly? So what you dress will tell us who you are, isn't it? I've seen people, when they are dressed, they want to push their breasts outside. The girls. To show people that I have who? Are breasts supposed to be kept outside? They are supposed to be covered and entire, isn't it? If you are a person who wants to move and push your breast outside, you are immoral. And you are disrespecting the temple of the Holy. And you are telling us that that's how your family. Even if we don't meet your mother and your father, who know them the way you dress. Why are you laughing? Me, I'm not saying anything bad here. We are just discovering each other. Number one. Number two, let me tell you this. I'm talking about dressing. Because someone is teaching you fashion on the TV. And you think what they are teaching you is correct. Dressing has an implication. If I want to know whether mentally you are healthy or you are sick, the simplest thing we use is clothes. I'll get the clothes of your normal size. If you wear size 10, I'll put here, and I'll put size 2 here. Then I'll get the shoes, the pairs I'll put here. If I say get your size, you go and get size 2. When you are supposed to pick size 10, and you start forcing yourself in size 2, you will know that your mind is sick. Because people, they have forgotten their sizes. Only people who are mentally sick don't know their. Why are you speaking low? You don't agree with me? People who are sick, they don't know their. If it's a shirt, as you are buttoning, you get this button which is here. You push it on the wall on top, and this one the other side, and you are walking. We shall know that your mind is. So, the way you dress, tell us a story about you. We have a culture in Zambia. Let's not learn what people are telling us there. Don't look the fashion and pick it from the TV. We will judge you wrongly. Keep yourself holy. Are we together? Morality and ethics. There are some children who are very lazy. Because your parents have employed the maid, the garden boy. Or what you know is eating. You don't even know how to get a plate to go and wash. You don't know how to clean your bedroom. You don't know to do anything. They wash for you everything. If you are such a one, you are immoral. Tell your parents, let me learn to wash. The time is coming. Are you telling me, if your parents have employed a garden boy or the maid and everyone else, even you, when you start working, do you think you have all the money that the first day in your small house, you have the maid, you have the garden boy, and you start driving? Is that possible? These are the girls we have and the boys who cannot look after themselves. Can't even sweep their homes. Ask that I want to clean. As a girl, when you've eaten, clean the plates. As a girl, before you go to sleep, clean the stove. As a girl, before you go for school, do something that will make you wake up and become equipped. Don't be lazy. I have had a chance to enter in some people's bedroom. They throw things anyhow. It's at lunchtime, you find the cabrows is on the bed. The shoes, one pair is the other side, the other is other. As if it's a football pitch. But it's a room for girls. When you are behaving like that in the home, you are immoral. So the morality and ethics we are talking about begins where? From you are a pupil. And you are preparing for exams. The way you read doesn't show that you want to become that person you want to become. Who do you want to become after school? After your grade 12? A what? You want to become?
Neurosurgeon.
Yeah. Big. Neurosurgeon. So this neurosurgeon, this one, the way she's behaving at school today, she should behave like a neurosurgeon. Whatever you are declaring to be, it must start now. If you want to become a neurosurgeon, you should behave as a neurosurgeon in class. Read like a neurosurgeon. Even sleep like a neurosurgeon. Not a person who would want to become a neurosurgeon. When you go to sleep, you sleep like a dead body. It's your mother who should come and wake you up to read. And you want to pass to have distinction. Impossible. You can't make it. Ask your elder sisters here who are talking, who are in the university, who are in other colleges. To make them get the results they got, they had to sacrifice the comfort. We call it deferred gratification. They had to spend more time studying than sleeping. And when you go to the universities, even sleeping becomes a luxury. If you are in an exam class and you are oversleeping, that shows that you are immoral. If you are in an exam class, the teacher is teaching and you are busy making noise, that shows that you are immoral. If you are supposed to be in school and you knock off than the normal time you are supposed to knock off, that shows that you are immoral. And if I'm telling you that in Africa and in Zambia we invest in children, you are making the family poor because you are a wrong investment. You go to school, they have paid your school fees, they have done everything. Or what you can award them, zeros at the end of the day. Is that fair? Is that fair? Parents come for open day. Others are dancing. Oh my God, you are holy. You make a way where there is no way. You are such a good God. My daughter has gotten it. Your father is moving and your mother with a casted face. Is that fair? If you are such a one, you are immoral. Is it time up to change? Is it time up to change? This is the reason you are here. We need to remind you that even if you write an exam today or a test and you fail, because you are seated in the council where we are guiding you to do the correct thing, fail will not demotivate you. Are we together? If they tell you that, yes, you have failed, to you fail simply means what? First attempt in learning. If someone tells you that, no, you can't go ahead, you tell them that for me, no, simply means what? Next opportunity. If they tell you that it's over, end, you tell them that for me, end simply means efforts never die. Are we together? Because you are getting the right information. We are talking about morality and ethics. So, in this country, we believe that the future of this country is in the hands of the children. We've brought you here so that you start undergoing the training which you've been doing. We expect you to start behaving differently. Your level of commitment at school must be different. Because you know, I like what the pastor was saying, that when you are seated, he's seeing the first president or female president coming from you. If you want to become the first female president, you cannot afford to have a boyfriend at your age. You can't. Morality and ethics. Some of you even have more than 3. May God deliver us. Why? Because that's what our community has socialized us. When you are born, you are found in an environment, wrong environment. How many boys do you have? What's the name of your girlfriend? What's the name of your boyfriend? You even borrow phones from your mothers to text your boys. Let me tell you, those boys you are within the same class, whom you are within the same school, they cannot be your husbands at your age. Your husbands are already in the colleges. But those boys will be used to distract you. Because the devil is at work, knows your destiny, and wants to frustrate you. The devil comes for how many things? Stealing, killing, and... Are you telling me, if you quarrel with your boyfriend, can you read? Let's be serious in here. If you differ with your boyfriend, can you read? You'll be disturbed, isn't it? And imagine you are getting disturbed for someone's husband who cannot be your husband. He will just help you to become zeros. And you grow with your zeros and live in the compound. And a woman, when you fail to do anything in your education, you will not do anything. Even the business, when you'll be doing it, you'll be failing to count your profits. That's immoral. The best thing you need to do as a morally upright young Zambian is to make a decision at the right time. And you are here. If your sisters who are talking to you here, who are at the university, who are at NIPA and ZICAS here, if they started having boyfriends when they were at your level, would they have reached where they are? So those boyfriends you have, stop them. As a Zambian, we are saying children, when they are young like this, they should be morally upright. And that thing must be seen in awe. If their children, I've also observed, who are very stubborn and they do not follow instructions when their parents are talking to them, are the category of your age. Most of you, when parents are talking, you answer back. I've heard, mommy, you are also too much. Tell us, where are you coming from this late? I was with a friend. And it's your generation, which have also learned. There is even what you call sleepy what? Sleepy? in my heart, of course, it's not the pastor speaking, in my heart, a child who demands for sleepover is immoral. Yes. Because most of you, you've gone to sleepover in homes which your parents don't know. Because you know this one. Come, stand. You break my heart. Stand up, my girl. At school where you are, you love each other. You as my daughter, and you the daughter to him, we don't know each other. But you two, you know each other. You don't even have homes. But you should have the audacity to invite your friend in my home, whom I don't even know who their fathers are. You are immoral. That's what I'm talking about. Because I should only be comfortable to allow you to sleep in the home of this one when I know their parents. How many of you forced your parents to release you to go and sleep in homes whom the parents, they don't know each other? Sit. We have heard a lot of reports of girls being abused during over. Where do you get the grace? No, me, I want to go and sleep in my friend's home. Today you are in grade 4, you have this one, sleep over. You go in grade 5, you have this one, sleep over. You go in grade 6, you have this one, sleep over. You go in grade 7. How many homes are you going to sleep in? When you grow, even if you get married, do you think you can afford to sleep in one home? Eh? Charity begins where? Immorality. What am I talking about? I'm saying, let's do the correct things at the right time. When we are talking about integrity, who should respect me first? About me. When I want to say, no, I want to be respected. Who should start by respecting me first? Huh? I like that. Because I am who I am by the way I value myself. Even the Bible is real. It says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. So the standard is self. Are we together? Some people, the way they look after themselves, even if they are saying, I love you the way I love myself, you can say, no, God forbid. Yes, because they don't even know how to look after themselves. How do they love? What are they going to give you? Because it's instruction. Love your neighbor as you love your. It is a standard. I want to talk about this. In order for you to grow into a responsible Zambian, who can be valued by the society, you should first of all learn to value yourself. Even in here where we are, for example, the program we have, and I'm closing. Auntie cooks a good food for us when we come for this program. She's the best cook. Who can say, how many of us have tasted the food Auntie cooks? She gives the food we eat when we come here. How many of us? How many are telling us she knows how to cook? How many of us are saying she knows how to cook? How many of us, after getting and we've eaten, we've tell us, we've gone back to her and say, Mommy, thank you? Huh? How many have said thank you to her? Even when you are getting, you get as if someone you've bought, it's for free. When parents at home, they do something good to you, they buy you the shoe, they give you the meal you want, they help you to do something, they plait your hair, the attitude of gratitude to say thank you. It's a moral behavior. How many of us say thank you to moms at home when they give us things? If you do not know, if you don't know how to say that, please start. Charity begins at. I've seen someone is given something by the mother when getting, she'll just even get looking somewhere. The time is coming when also others will do the same to you. When the teachers are teaching you, they teach you, they are there for you, and you are knocking off. How many have taught their teachers, sir, thank you for today? You just walk out after you get paid. You get paid over me, and you walk away. The heart of not showing gratitude. How many of us pray for our fathers and mothers when we go to sleep? How many of us ask God to make to grant our fathers long, sound health? My God, let my father grow. I want him to be there when I'll start working. I want them to see my children. My father, keep them. How many do that? Do you pray for your mothers and your fathers that they should continue putting food on the table for you? Do you pray for them that they should continue looking after you well? If you are a Christian, as you told me earlier, you don't do that, you should start. Do you know that Jesus Christ loves the young ones? You are more closer to his heart. And what you ask of him, he will give you. So when you pray for your fathers, you pray for your mothers, your siblings, you pray for your teachers, you pray for yourself and what you want, God will grant you the desires of your heart. That is the integrity I can talk about at your age. Sustainability. And I close with that. How many are in grade 7? Here. How many in grade 9? How many are grade 12s? Okay. There is a tendency. If there are people who've made their ablution blocks in school very dirty, are those in examination classes. You'll be now moving with markers in your pockets, and start writing, he was he, she was he, 2022, exit. A person who does that does not think about the young ones who are coming behind. The way they use the facilities at school. If there are places I've visited that are dirty, are toilets which we use in school. But again, you are the same people who use the toilets at home, which are very clean. But because it is a school, you will be using it, your eyes are somewhere else. You don't care. Even the one going to clean. When you are doing such a thing, you are immoral. Let's be conscious of what we are doing to one another. Are we together? Even in here, you've come. Some of you, you are sitting next to the people or to your friends for a first time. You have not even greeted them because you don't know them. You are looking at them like strangers. Zambians are not like that. We greet one another. We are each brothers and sisters keeper. When you meet an adult, anyone who is equal to the age of your mother is your mother. Anyone equal to the age of your father is your father. Anyone equal to the age of your sibling is your sister, is your brother. But in most cases, we don't have that. You can afford to be in this class, in this room, from the time you came, the one seated next to you, because you don't know them, you've not greeted them. And you think that's being holy. That's being immoral. Greet your neighbor. Greet your neighbor. To the left. Greet them if you've not greeted them. Talk to them. Look at them. Have you even greeted each other, you two? You know each other? Even you? Did you choose yourself to sit like that? Okay. That's good. As Zambians, there is gratitude in greeting. There are some people who wake up in the morning. How many greet their mothers when they wake up? How many greet their fathers when they wake up? Ah, good. There are a number of children like you would wake up and start a business as usual. You don't even know whether your mom and your dad are okay. For Zambians, we don't behave like that. We always care for each other. Who are promising that we are going to care for one another? Who are promising that we are going to be good to our parents who are calling us for these meetings? How many have told Mom who cooks for us here that you are a great woman? How many have told Pastor Jerome that you are a great father? How many? Okay. You can imagine. I'm doing the good thing for you and you're just looking at me like a heap of rubbish. It's immoral. Allow me to ask you to stand up. Let's raise our right hand. From today, and now, I'll value myself than others value me. I'll check my dressing and I'll respect anyone regardless of age. I shall be a blessing to everyone and to myself. Change me, God. Thank you. Sit down. That's in my presentation. I wish you well as you continue interacting.
Hello, HMC family. I'm Chico. I hope you've all had a wonderful week. Well, mine has definitely been good. Look, we are so excited. This week has been amazing.
Okay, so how many have milk
This will be your first Sunday with us. You're in for a special treat. And if you missed last Sunday, check out what you missed.
Okay. Put your hands down. Thank you. How many don't have milk cards? Your hand is still up, yes?
Hello, HMC family. I'm Chico. I hope you've
Those
all
who
had
don't
a
have
wonderful
milk
week.
cards.
Well, mine has definitely been good. Look, we are so excited. This week has been amazing.
Okay. No. Raise your hand so we can see you. Those who don't have milk cards. Yeah. Yes. So, you know how the milk card works, Kunai? Okay. You have to use them when getting food. So just make sure you have a meal card because when getting food, we might not give you the food. So now let's make a deal here before Pastor comes in. Lunch is in the next 10-20 minutes time. But there's that thing where when you're done eating muenda, you're all gone. Most of you are gone. So it's either we eat at 15:30 or we eat in the next 20 minutes. Muvuna tidiereti? Tidie manje? Simutatawa? Okay. So, kulipe kutawa, we've agreed. You are not going simzaenda. Because next time when that happens, tikudia at 15:30.
16.
Tikudia 16 hours. In fact, he has changed the time. So next time when that happens, we eat at 16. So let's eat in time. We come back, then we finish the end there. We want to close early so that you guys get home. Your ladies, yeah, thank you very much. Let's be cooperative. Thank you.
Thank you. Give Dr. Mwape a big hand. Okay, anybody having questions for Dr. Mwape?